I requested Scaphio and Phantis to be so good as to favour me with an audience this morning. Here they are.
Your Majesty wished to speak with us, I believe. Oh, you needn't keep your crown on our account, you know.
I beg your pardon. I always forget that. Odd, the notion of a king not being allowed to wear one of his own crowns in the presence of two of his own subjects.
Yes, bizarre, is it not?
Most quaint. But then it's a quaint world. Teems with quiet fun.
I often think what a lucky thing it is that you are blessed with such a keen sense of humour.
Do you know, I find it invaluable. Do what I will, I cannot help looking at the humorous side of things, for, properly considered, everything has its humorous side, even the palace peeper. See here, another royal scandal by Junior's Junior. How long is this to last by Senex Senior? Ribald royalty by Mercury Major. Where is the public exploder by Mephistopheles Minor? When I reflect that all of these outrageous attacks on my morality are written by me, at your command, well, it is one of the funniest things that has come within the scope of my experience.
Besides, apart from that, they have a quiet humour of their own, which is simply irresistible.
Not bad, I think. A biting, trenchant sarcasm. The rapier, not the bludgeon. That's my line. But then it's so easy. I'm such a good subject. A bad king, but a good subject. A capital heading for next week's leading article. And then the stinging little paragraphs about our royal goings-on with our royal second housemaid. Delicately sub-acid, are they not?
Oh, my dear king, in that kind of thing, nobody can hold a candle to you.
The crowning joke is this comic opera you've written for us. King Tuppence, or a good deal less than half a sovereign. In which a celebrated English tenor burlesques your personal appearance and gives grotesque imitations of your royal peculiarities. It's immense.
Yes, that's what I wanted to speak to you about. Now, I've not the least doubt that even that has its humorous side, if one could only see it. As a rule, I'm pretty quick at detecting latent humour, but I confess I do not quite see how it comes in this particular instance. It's so horribly personal.
Oh, personal? Personal? Of course it's personal. Yeah, but think of the antithetical humour of the situation.
Yes!
Yes.
I don't think I've quite grasped that.
No. Consider, by day, thousands of your subjects tremble at your frown. But by night, well, from 8 to 11, thousands roar with laughter at it. Now, it is not every monarch who has the privilege of undoing by night all the despotic absurdities he has committed during the day.
Yes, that's it. I was sure it had its humorous side, and it was very dull of me not to have seen it before. But as I said just now, it's a quaint world. Teems with quiet fun. Yes, properly considered, what a farce life is, to be sure. First you're born, and I'll be bound you find a dozen strangers round you. Hello, cries the newborn baby. Where's my parents? Which may they be? Awkward silence, no reply. Puzzled baby wonders why. Father rises, bows politely. Mother smiles, but not too brightly. Doctor mumbles like a dumb thing. Nurse is busy mixing something. Every symptom tends to show you're decidedly in detro. Oh. Time's teetotum if you spin it. Gives in totem once a minute. I go fail, you'll hit the nail. And if you fail, the juice is in it. You grow up and you discover what it is to be a lover. some young lady is selected, poor perhaps, but well-connected, whom you hail for love is blind, as the queen of fairy kind. Though she's plain, perhaps unsightly, makes her face up laces tightly, in her form your fancy traces, all the gifts of all the graces, rivals none the maiden woo, so you take her and she takes you. Oh, 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 oh. Joke beginning never ceases till your inning time releases. On your way you blindly stray, and day by day the joke increases. 10 years later, time progresses, sours your temper, thins your tresses. Fancy then her chain relaxes, rates are facts and so are taxes. Fairy queen's no longer young, fairy queen has got a tongue. Twins have probably intruded, quite unbidden, just as you did. They're a source of care and trouble, just as you were only double. Comes at last the final stroke, time has had its little joke. Ho, 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 ho. Gaily driven, wifeless drover, ill you thriven, fairy clover. Lastly when 70 and not till then the joke is over. Gaily driven, wifeless drover, ill you thriven, fairy clover. Lastly when 70 and not till then the joke is over. It's all very well. I've always liked to look upon the humorous side of things, but I do not think that I ought to be required to write libels on my own moral character. Naturally, I see the joke of it. Anyone would. But Zara's coming home today. She's no longer a child, and I should be sorry if the palace paper got into her hands, although it's certainly smart. Very smart indeed. It's almost a pity that I have to buy up the whole edition because it's really too good to be lost. And Lady Sophy, that blameless type of perfect womanhood. Great heavens, what would she say if the second housemaid business happened to meet her pure blue eye?
My monarch is soliloquizing. I will withdraw.
No, pray, don't go. Now, I'll give you 50 chances you won't guess whom I was thinking of.
Alas, King, I know too well. Oh, King, it's an old tale, and I'm well nigh weary of it. Be warned in time. From my heart, I pity you, but I am not for you.
But hear what I have to say.
It is useless. Listen. In the course of a long and adventurous career in the principal European courts, it has been revealed to me that I unconsciously exercise a weird and supernatural fascination over all crowned heads. So irresistible is this singular property that there is not a monarch who has not implored me with tears in his eyes to quit his kingdom and take my fatal charms elsewhere. As time was getting on, it occurred to me that by descending several pegs in the scale of respectability, I might qualify your majesty for my hand. Actuated by this humane motive, and possessing respectability enough for 6, I conferred respectability enough for 4 on your 2 younger daughters. But although I, alas, have only respectability enough for 2 left, there is still, I gather from the public press of this country, a considerable balance in my favour.
Damn! May I ask how you came by this?
It was handed to me by the officer who holds the title of Public Exploder.
And surely, Lady Sophie, surely you're not so unjust as to place any faith in the irresponsible gabble of the society press.
I read, on the authority of Senex Senior, that your majesty was seen dancing with the second housemaid on the oriental platform of the Tivoli Gardens. That is untrue?
Absolutely. Our second housemaid has only 1 leg.
How do you know that?
Common report, I give you my honour.
It may be so. I further read and this statement is vouched for by no less an authority than Mephistopheles Minor, that your majesty indulges in a bath of hot rum punch every morning. I trust I do not lay myself open to a charge of displaying an indelicate curiosity as to the mysteries of the royal dressing room when I ask if there is any foundation in this statement.
None whatever. When our medical advisor exhibits rum punch, it is as a draught, not as a fomentation. Moreover, as to our bath, our valet plays the garden hose.
Pray spare me these unseemly details. Well, you are a despot. Have you taken steps to slay this scribbler?
Well, not altogether. After all, it's the poor devil's living, you know.
It's the poor devil's living that surprises me. If this man lies, there is no recognised punishment sufficiently terrible for him.
That's it. I'm waiting till a punishment can be discovered that will exactly fit the enormity of the case. I am in constant communication with the Mikado of Japan, who is a leading authority on such points. Moreover, I have the ground plans and sectional elevations of several capital punishments in my desk at this moment. Oh, Lady Sophie, as you are powerful, be merciful. Subjected to your heavenly gaze, poetical phrase, my head is turned completely. Observe me now, no monarch I vow was ever so far afflicted.
I'm pleased with that poetical phrase, a heavenly gaze. But though you put it neatly, say what you will, these paragraphs still remain uncontradicted. Come crush me this contemptible one. A forcible term, if he's assailed you wrongly, the rage displayed which, as you say, has moved your majesty lately.
Though I admit that forcible term, contemptible one, appeals to me most strongly. To treat this pest as you suggest would pain my majesty greatly.
The writer lies.
Yes, bother his eyes.
He lives, you say.
In a sort of a way.
Then have him shot.
Decidedly not.
Or squash him flat.
I cannot do that. Royal Rex, I blame the sex that holds a child of shady. I need in vain, I never gain respectable English lady. Respectable English lady.